My father, who is 81, who is visually impaired, pretty much, he's legally blind. I take care of him. He is a Army vet, and he asked me to make chili this weekend, so I'm going to make chili. I'm going to bring you on this adventure here. All disclosures, I cook by taste. There's no measurements. So hopefully this will help somebody that has not really a clue how to cook, but it's a cooking by taste. It's not a measurement type thing. So anyway, here's the ingredients. I will be using all or some of these. I'll talk you through them when I'm using them, but we've got garlic powder, onion, minced onion, dried minced onion, chili powder, sugar. Don't ask until I tell you the secret about the sugar. Tomato juice, tomato paste, diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, and you can use just about anything. We like a little spice, so I'm gonna taste these. I can't remember how hot the jalapeno diced tomatoes are, so. And then we got the beans. I might use only part of these beans, and we'll see what happens. I got a white onion, one large white onion cut up. I got 2 1-pound ground beef. We usually like it meaty. You can use 1 if you want. And chili seasoning mix, Kroger. This handy little tool here is good for mashing up your hamburger. And I guess that's all I got to say for right now. Let's get started. Okay guys, let's get started here. I guess I should tell you my name. My name's Penny. I'm cooking for my father, who's George. So let's get started with the hamburger. I'll turn the heat on, just like medium high, just to get started with it. Just hamburger, no big deal. I buy it in these tubes because you can buy a couple, put them in the freezer, take them out of the freezer when you're ready to use them. I just squish them out of here. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy in this household. That one. Guess I should have turned the burner on and let it get a little bit hotter before I got started. But hey. I'm going to turn it up and then I'll turn it down to like medium once this hamburger starts sizzling. Okay, so 2 pounds of hamburger in there. Like I said, you can use 1 pound. If you don't have one of these, get you one of these. These are great. What I love about these is it makes quick work at grinding up your hamburger. So let's get that started. Like I said, I already got my onions cut up. While we're waiting on this, I'm going to open up some of these beans. The kidney beans, just red. These are dark red. You can use the lights. It's up to you. You can use less beans, more beans. That's up to you too. There's no, I learned a long time ago, there's no right or wrong way to really cook. I mean, you can mess it up, yeah, but be creative. So some people use the juice off of these. I like to drain them. Guess I should quit touching my nose, huh? I just drain them a little bit. I just hold the lid on there, drain them out a little bit. I'm going to open up 2 for right now. Well, 2 of the red kidney beans, and I got chili hot beans. I think I'm going to use those. We like a little spice, so we like a little spice, but not a lot. So that's kind of like how I'm going to judge my stuff here. I'm going to taste it as we go to see how hot it is or if it needs something added to it. I'm just stirring this meat up. And this pot is so old. I got one on order. It's not going to get here for a few more days. One of those Rachel Ray ones. So next time I cook something, you'll see a nicer pot. This one's kind of wore out, but hey, I'm an Amazon addict. I need something, look on Amazon, order it. That's what happens. Okay, let's see. Those beans are opened up. Let's open up this chili hot beans. Now, I have no idea how hot these are. And they're in a, I'm going to cut the spoons over here. They're in a, like a ball. I just want to see how hot this is. I mean, these beans are already cooked, so you can eat them out of the can. That's not bad. It's got a chili flavor. Got a little, not much, just a little. Okay, so the hamburger started. There's a little bit of pink in it, so I'm going to put my onion in right now. This whole white onion. If you don't like onion, don't put onion. Or if you like just a little onion, put a half of an onion. It's kind of big. Well, sorry about that. Video decided to quit. But anyway, what I was saying is we are big onion people. So I put a lot of onion. I put like one big onion. Like I said, you can add a little, half of an onion. You can omit the onion. Some people just use the minced dried onions because that way they're not chewing into an onion, but it gives the onion flavor. I use both. Okay. Gotta keep an eye on the camera, make sure it's still recording. It's one person job here. Okay, so I'm gonna open up this paste too. I'm gonna get everything just ready for when the hamburger's completely cooked. I use a little bit of paste. I use a little bit of tomato sauce. The tomato paste it gives it like a deeper tomato taste. Tomato sauce is basically just adding tomato liquid, you know. Okay. So the hamburger's just about there. See just a little bit of pink in it, so I'm gonna let it do its thing. What else do I have here? I'm gonna definitely use these. I don't think I've ever used these before. Fire roasted salsa style diced tomatoes. Definitely using some of these. And the reason why I use the diced is I like it to have a little bit of chunk of tomato in it. So I'm definitely using those. I think I'm going to go with the jalapeno diced tomatoes as well. Before, I didn't use the jalapeno diced tomatoes. I just had like a couple of jalapenos, took out the seeds and put them in. And we really like the jalapeno flavor a little bit. So instead of having fresh, I got a can. So. Okay. Just check on this hamburger and onions. It smells good in here. It smells really good. I also got I said earlier, some tomato juice. This is just to give it liquid. Instead of adding water, I like to add tomato juice. It's all tomato. But you're probably all wondering, since that's cooking, the sugar. What's the sugar for, Penny? Well, I learned a long time ago on a cooking show. Anything with tomatoes, like chili, spaghetti sauce, you know, anything with tomatoes. I can't think of anything. Oh, pizza sauce, if you're making homemade pizza sauce. If you have a thing like getting like heartburn or whatever from the acid from the tomatoes, a little bit of sugar, not a lot, it doesn't have to be sweet, just a little bit. It kind of dies down the acid taste and it brings out the other flavors. Just try it sometime, let me know what you think. So here we are. What's going on here? Okay, so the hamburger is not pink anymore. The onions are starting to get like translucent, a little glassy looking. I'm happy with it. So I'm just going to start adding some goodies here. Let's put some beans in. There's 1 can of just red kidney beans. Definitely going to put these chili hot beans in. Kind of like the taste of those. I'm just going to kind of look at it and see if there's enough beans for us. I'm going to quit using this because I don't want to mash up the beans. Let me get my trusty spoon out here. Just kind of stir it up, kind of look, you know, is there enough beans to the hamburger? No. I'm going to go with another can of red kidney beans. Look, I got a bracelet. It's magnet. It sticks to everything that's metal. It's driving me insane, but I love the bracelet, so that's what's happening. Just go with it. So I'm putting another can of red kidney beans. So that's 2 red kidney beans. The hot chili beans. So that's 3 cans of beans. I'm just looking at the ratio here. Is there a little more meat than beans? Yes. Does that look about right to me? Yes. If you want more beans, more beans. But, like I said, it's up to you. It's up to you what you want to do. Okay, like I said, I'm definitely going to use the fire roasted salsa style diced tomatoes. Put those in there. And it is like salsa style. It's more like it looks like a spaghetti sauce almost, but it's not. And I'm going to use just a regular, diced tomatoes with jalapeno. That's going in there. Now, as far as diced tomatoes, I think I'm happy with that. I'm stirring it up. I see chunks of tomato. I think I'm pretty happy with how that looks. So, like I said, tomato paste. Sometimes I use a whole can. Sometimes I only use like half the can. I'm just going to use like half the can at the moment. I'm going to set it here to the side. When I taste it later, if I feel like it needs a little more tomato, I'll put more of this in. Tomato sauce, I'm just going to put this whole dang can in. Hey, stir. It's looking like some chili. Okay, now, I think we'll go ahead and put, now, if you like reading directions, it tells you 1 packet per pound of ground beef. I think I am going to use 2 packets. This is regular, it's not spicy. So I use 2 packets of the chili mix. It's like the old shake. Yeah, everybody does it, right? Do you hate it when you like rip it and everything just flies out? Yeah. Then you hear me cuss a little bit. It's okay. I didn't do it that time. I stir that up. See how it's looking. Oh my goodness. I'll give you a picture of the finished product here once I get done. So, of course, I gotta put some minced onion. It's probably got enough onion flavor in it. But like I said, we're big onions. I'm just going down here. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Putting a good layer on top. I'm going to go with that. we'll see. Like I said, in the taste. Garlic powder. I love garlic powder in just about everything. Chicken and dumplings, any kind of soups, any kind of meats. Garlic powder is my friend. It might not be yours. Don't use it. Like garlic powder? Use it. If you like minced garlic, use it. I just find it easier for garlic powder. I have used minced garlic. Ooh, got a little crazy on that. But it's okay. It's okay. Don't freak out. Stir it up here. Okay, so my next thing I was gonna say is some people like runny chili. Some people like thick chili. Like right now, it's a pretty thick chili, as you can see. It's pretty thick because I got 2 pounds of hamburger in here. So I am gonna give it a little tomato juice. Kind of looking for my consistency. I want some juice, but not too runny, but not too thick either. The thing about it is, even if you get it a little runny, after you put it in the refrigerator and it sits overnight, those beans like soak up. The beans also are kind of like thick in it. So don't be too afraid to get it too runny. To be honest, I think I'm gonna put, I'm thinking here. Making a decision, making a life decision, right, guys? I'm gonna put the rest of this in. I'm happy with that. And that's another thing too. As it sits overnight, chili's better after it sits overnight and is refrigerated and you reheat it. Something about tomatoes, something about the seasoning, it soaks it all up and it tastes that much better. I'm sure some of you figured that out with spaghetti. Lasagna sometimes is way better the second day. I feel like I've heard so many people say, and I know my preference, I'd rather cook it at night, let it cool down, put it in the refrigerator, heat it up tomorrow, and I prefer the taste of it that way. Okay, let's get a fresh spoon here. I just want to taste, see where we're at. What I'm tasting for is like the chili flavor. Okay, it's got a little bite to it, not much. It's probably pretty much perfect for us. I feel like it's lacking a little chili seasoning. Always keep this on hand. Chili powder. I don't buy the expensive stuff. Kroger, Aldi, wherever you shop. I'm putting a pretty good dose. Now this is going to give it probably a little spice too, so I'm going to stir this up. I'm pretty much leaving this on almost high. So I want it to come to a good, not like a full boil. It doesn't have to be like a rolling boil. But I like it to, I mean, it's basically cooked right now. You're just kind of like warming everything up and getting all the flavors going. Okay, was there something else I wanted to add? Got the powder, got the onions, got the chili. I think we're doing good. It's looking good. It's looking beautiful. Now, I've only been messing with this for less than 15 minutes. It's pretty much done. Okay, I just tasted it. Put that in the sink. Okay, here's my secret ingredient. I feel like a chili powder is pretty close. I'm feeling like, let's put another shake in. Might be wrong, might be great. We'll find out. I think it'll be great. Sugar. For this big old pot and for what you've seen me put in, I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon at the moment. 1 pretty much heaping tablespoon. It's not gonna make it sweet. Not this amount. 1 big tablespoon. Let's stir that all up. Stir it up, stir it up. And don't mind me. It's night. nighttime, Dad went to bed. I'm just kind of doing me. So my hair's a mess. Well, it's never made up, but hey. Let's get a fresh spoon here. Let's do some tasting. You know what? Oh, with some more sugar. Now, if you're diabetic, I understand. You could probably use Splenda baking sugar. It'll work just as well, I would say. Just anything to sweeten it up a little bit. But Dad's sugar level's good, my sugar level's good. So at the moment we don't have to worry about, you know, sugars, being diabetic. I'm gonna run out of spoons. I'll have to wash a spoon. Okay. I think we're pretty much right on. And you know what? I'm stirring this up. I'm looking at the meat and the tomato sauce. I'm thinking another can of beans would not hurt. So let's do another can of beans. I was stirring it up and the beans look sparse, so we get all that juice in there and stuff, so I'm just draining off most of the liquid. Stick another can in there. Stir up. Okay. Tell you the truth, why the hell not? Let's do the last can. I mean, beans are what, $1 a can, so it ain't like I'm wasting a bunch of time. That's good protein. My can opener is being a bee right now. Okay, I remember back in the day when we had to use this twisty. Oh my god, I can't do it. Got arthritis in this thumb. Can't use the twisty can opener. Twisty can openers is too much work. Drained off the liquid just like I did the other ones. And stir this up. Excuse me. Okay. Let's give it a taste. See if we're still in the same direction with the seasonings. So remember earlier when I said, ooh, I went heavy on the garlic? I didn't go heavy enough. I'm gonna do a little more shake in there. I think that'll be enough though. So I can taste a hint of it, but barely. Let's give this a good stir. I'm dirtying up all the spoons, by the way, in the house. But hey, clean spoon. Okay. Doesn't need any salt, no. That's in the garlic powder stuff. Does it need any more garlic? No, I'm tasting garlic. I think the sugar level's pretty good. Spice level's pretty good. I think I got it. I really do. So I'll stop the video and let you see what the final product looks like here. I'm just gonna simmer it probably another 10 minutes and take it off, turn off the heat, just let it sit there, do its thing, let it cool down to like room temperature. Transfer it into probably a container, or I might even leave it in the pot for the night and stick it in the refrigerator and be ready to eat some chili tomorrow. Okay guys, let me pause this and and show you the picture of what it looks like in the pot. Okay, here it is in the pot. See, it's just starting to simmer a little bit here. It's been kind of doing that. Like I said, I'm going to let it do this light simmer for probably about 10 minutes. It doesn't even really need that long. As long as it's good and hot. You know the hamburger was cooked. But here's like my ratio so you can kind of see. Beans, it's pretty meaty. Some people might like it juicier. You can add more tomato juice or water. But just know when you put water in it, it's going to kill the seasoning, so you'll probably have to add more seasoning. But that's it. That's what it looks like. Good, meaty. It's got some beans in it. It's got some tomato chunks. That's why I use the diced tomatoes. I like it that way. And this is kind of the consistency I like. Like I said, it might thicken up a little bit overnight. But say if you did make your chili and it was too thick, the next day you're heating it up, just put a little hot water in it. Stir it up. It'll be okay. It'll be just fine. Okay guys, it's the next morning. Dad is doing cornbread with his chili. We're going to get a reaction to see what he thinks, if it's spicy or if it's great or if it's perfect. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, now he likes a little cornbread in his chili. It's pretty hot right now, but yeah. He's giving it a couple tastes here and see how he likes it.
This is good.
It got a little spice to it?
Mm-hmm.
Tastes as good as the last time?
It's good, really good.
Really good, he says.
Really
okay,
good.
guys, he says it's really good. George gives it 2 thumbs up, I'm thinking, right?
Yep.
Yep. So, success! That's cooking just by tasting, and like I said, I don't measure anything. And I feel like that's the best way to cook when you're doing like family, like soups or stews or whatever. Just taste it and go with what tastes good. So, everybody have a good day. Looks like Dad's going to enjoy the rest of his chili. Everyone have a good one. And take care.